Good morning, everyone. Give me a minute to pull this up. And we're going to get started a few minutes early today. Okay, let's go ahead and turn this around. I'm kind of pushing time today because I have a group that meets out of town at about 10:30, 10:15 or so. And so I need to be leaving the house by 9:30 so I can ride along with Jonna and the group that's leaving from here to go out of town. So I want to go on ahead and get started, and I'm going to use this stamp set today, which is called Under the Moon. This was one that really took my fancy earlier when I saw it in the catalog. I knew it was one that I had to have, and so we're going to use it. And then when I was on swaps down in Mexico, when I came home with my swaps, there was this card here that was so striking. And I love the color combination. So I'm going to kind of play with that today. But I also wanted it to be a card that would allow a gift card tucked in for the recipient. So I have actually played with another card that I saw. I'm not using, I think I used the measurements of the 1 1/2 and 1 1/4 or 4 1/4 scoring. That's it. Everything else is just off of other things that I've done. So we're going to use this as my inspiration, so to speak. And it's going to be the Under the Moon. But my card is going to have, and it does have a little place down here where you can tuck in a gift card. And I wanted to have that. So I'm going to go on ahead, and my card is going to look like this. So kind of like this one. You see where I got the inspiration for the moon or the sun and the water. I've changed it up because I'm going to have a greeting on the inside, and this one just opened up. The whole front just opened up like so. So a little bit of a change, and then you add in the gift card holder at the bottom. Very easy to do, and you could use this for multiple occasions. It doesn't have to be for a father. You could use it with little kids and ice cream. You could use it for mom and some flowers. You could use it for multiple things. So let's go ahead and get started. I start first with a piece of paper, and I'll try to post the measurements tomorrow. This is 4 1/4 by 9 3/4. Good morning. Oh, you're heading out for your last day in Branson, then headed home. Have fun. We're going to Branson in about 3 weeks. All right, so I'm going to start here, and then I'm going to fold up again. So this is the basis of my card, okay? I want to make sure I have a thumb hole to put where you can see the gift card, the money, the check, whatever you want to give. So instead of going with a circle punch, which I know we don't have circle punches, very many of them, I can also use this pretty hexagon punch to give us that look too. So don't feel limited to a circle punch for something like that, okay? All right, I also have no DSP on this card. I was wanting to use a DSP, but I wanted that blue, and I changed it to Calypso Coral. So I went on ahead, and I'm just using the actual cardstock. And I'm gonna take the cloud, that stamp, you have 2 of them, and I'm just going to stamp the cloud multiple times where the card is visible, where the background is visible. Okay? We get wrapped up in this whole gotta have DSP, get a DSP And then we forget that, you don't have to. I know, isn't that a great punch, Anne? I love it too. So all I'm doing is adding clouds to it. Back when I first started, I only used cardstock because I was afraid if I used my DSP, I wouldn't have it. I was afraid that I would actually run out. So instead, I was holding on to it, frugally holding on to it. And that was like, stupid. Use it, buy some more, whatever. And I'm just gonna keep on going all the way down. And now we've got to where everybody wants to use that, and then we forget to just use cardstock. And that's going to be enough because this is going to tuck in like so. All right, so I'm going to do just a few over here on this one. I think it was Kylie Bertucci. Good morning, Mary. Kylie Bertucci came out with this whole chop it. And she was talking about, cut your cards or your DSP. Cut it up. Don't save it. Because what happened is we would all save it and then we didn't get any enjoyment out of it. Cut it up, use it, share it, send it on, and if you need more, so be it. Now, I can't quite do the whole chopping thing because sometimes I want cardstock, not cardstock, but DSP, different sizes than 4x6, okay? And I want bigger pieces. So, all right, I've got just a little more. I'm just gonna overlap down here like that. And then I also have to do this piece. I want the inside to have it. My battery is running low. Just a minute, guys. I'm gonna have to plug us up. I thought I had it all going charged. All right. Luckily, I have an extension cord, so I just gotta get it going. All right. That should take care of it. Okay, hi Lynn. All right, let's finish this up here with this. I moved early because I have a class out of town we usually try to leave by 9:30. So I wanted to make sure I was done. So there's what I've done. I've just literally added the clouds to make some, give some design to the card. Did I do that right? Yes. I better go on ahead and do this too. So give me just a minute. So I went on ahead and I put the clouds on both the top side of the card and the bottom. And this flips up like so. So I need that to be like this. This is going to be kind of indicative of the kind of weather we're expecting, I guess, this week. It looks like we're supposed to have storms in the next 48 hours or so. At least my local news weatherman. And when I say local, he lives 3 houses up from me. His mother and she homeschools him, and he is such a talented little boy. And he is into meteorology. So we get weather reports from the neighborhood. I'm telling you, they're awesome. And he has been spot on here this year. All right, so I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to turn these off. And this tear and tape is going to create the pocket for my card, like so. All right. Okay, good. So we've got that. And we're gonna go on ahead and do this. This is a piece that is 3 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I'm gonna fold that, and then I have 2 mats that are Night of Navy, and they're gonna go on the Calypso Coral. Pumpkin pie is okay, but I much prefer the Calypso Coral. It has always been one of my favorite. In fact, there for a long time, that was my go-to colors in my closet. You could go through the closet and go, holy cow, she loves coral and Night of Navy. It's just a great color combo. All right, and we're gonna do the same in the front of that flap. Like so. Kind of off, like so. See if I can get it off. Yeah. Better. Oh my goodness, I hate to hear that, Mary. Or not Mary Lynn, that your house was the storm weather was so stormy. So this is just a piece of Calypso Coral that I'm gonna put in the middle of the card, but when I put it up, it's gonna look smaller, which is okay. I want it to look smaller, okay? I think it's 2 inches by 4 1/4. I use my grid paper. I have this at 5 1/2, so if I would go right there, I pretty much got it centered. Okay, all right. And then I'm gonna take this ribbon that is the gold sheer Night of Navy and gold sparkle ribbon that came out at Christmas time with the Bethlehem suite, which was such a popular suite. I was so disappointed. I didn't think about this. I had a friend who said, ooh, grab one of those sets of the dies. They were only like 10 bucks. And I no more thought about that when it came out on the clearance rack. And by the time she said that, I went to check and they were gone. All right, so it doesn't want to lay straight. So I must be doing something wrong. There. I actually do have 2 sets of them. Like so. I washed a sparkly shirt yesterday, and when I took everything out to hang it up, I was like, oh, everything that's glittery, Pool Boy's gonna have some shorts that have glitter on them. And there was quite a bit of glitter in my lint holder. Okay, so there's that. Still want to move this a little farther over. So I turn that. And then that will allow this one to lay flat. Okay, so I'm gonna put my adhesive on here. And I want to be very, I want to use lots, put it that way. I want to use lots of adhesive. I could also have done it with tear and tape, but that was in my hand. So I'm gonna center it across. It's gonna go right across that ribbon. And then it's gonna look like this. So when I put this on here, the ribbon will sit right above that. And you'll just get a glimmer of the ribbon until you open it up. Yeah, it's true. He will just have to sparkle and shine, and he does anyway. He is such a good guy. Tell you what, he left this morning for his cardiologist appointment down in Columbia. So, all right, so we're gonna take this, and under the moon has a great moon image that gives you the horizon. Now my Calypso Coral is being, Crush Curry, not Calypso Coral, is being kind of weird. I've got another one ordered because it's like it doesn't quite want to take ink, and I have added ink, and this is what I get. So it's really weird. So what I'm gonna do is kind of go along the sides because that's where the majority of the ink is, okay? And I'm gonna put it on the top like so. But it's not very dark, is it? We're gonna come back to it with a sponge dauber here in a minute, okay? Then we're gonna take the water image with, the water image with Night of Navy. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay this right over where that moon is, because I want to make sure I do hit this. So I'm going to kind of come up and stamp it. And there we go. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. And we're going to take Happy Birthday. That is actually from the airplane set. Adventurous Sky, I believe it is. And that's not very straight, but that's okay. I'm kind of dippy anyway. And while I've got the water, I'm going to go on ahead and do on the bottom of this. Sorry, I'm having problems getting this to show. I don't know if I've got my arm bent too much on my stand or what. And I'm just going to tuck some water on the bottom of the inside of the card, like so. And then I'm going to take my sailboat, and I'm going to put my sailboat in. Okay. And that's going to go on the inside of my card. And you guys, we are almost done. Tucking it onto the inside of the card. And then we've got this to finish up, and then that knot comes over the edge. Okay. All right, but I want to get more color onto the sun, more color than one daughter, so I have to color back here in a minute. I was looking at this, and they use the sponge dauber to come around with it, but I don't want to get the sponge dauber out here, and they did. You know, hey, when you're making that many cards, you can put that sponge dauber wherever you want when you're doing 30, 40 cards. But what I did was, I went with a circle punch that was almost the size of the circle of the sun, okay? And I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna try to not get too much Calypso Coral in there, because I only had the one sponge dauber. I go through sponge daubers a lot. I don't know about you guys, but I really like sponge daubers. And all I've done is added a little more crushed curry at the top. Do you see that? Now I'm gonna do the same thing, but down here I have to put this in. So I'm gonna tack this in here. And that's kind of deceiving because it's not a straight edge, so therefore it makes me feel like that's not a straight edge. And I'm gonna take this, and my moon is actually a little bit bigger than my mask. So I have to kind of shift it a little bit. But that's okay, I can work with this. Everything's in position. I've got my Calypso Coral, and I want more contrast with Calypso Coral down here on the bottom section of the moon. It's not the moon, it's the sun. Sorry, I keep calling it the moon. It's the sun going down. Okay, Now I need to go over a little more because that was off a hair. And there I have my sunset. Very, very easy to do. Just by using a sponge dauber, use your circle punch, overlay some scrap paper or masking paper, and just stencil away, and you can get this done. And the only other thing I have to do is I'm gonna add my boat, and I want it to be with the sun right behind it. All right, so my color combinations again were Crushed Curry, that's weird, Night of Navy, and Calypso Coral instead of Pumpkin Pie. I did change it up because I added a flap to it for a gift card holder. I added the insert here in the middle as opposed to just being flat on the front. And we put all of the clouds on it, like so. There's my card. But now let me show you what is becoming my favorite embellishment in the catalog. These are awesome. It's called Adhesive Back Textured Dots. Can you see them? They are awesome. And if you've not ordered these, get on there and get them done because they're not too big. They're flat. There is a little bit of a lip to it, but not much. And you get a good number of them too. All right. So there's my card for today. My card is based on this one that I saw, but I've changed it up. I've opened it up and I have a flap for my gift card, and it doesn't look it, but it's down here. Gift card or for money, check, any of that stuff, okay? All right, there's my card. Okay, just a couple reminders before I head out. Number one, we have free shipping tomorrow. Free shipping is available online. Orders of $75 or more. If you have, if you go online and place on if you go to my website today, it has the link directly to it. And I will send you a free package of the basic white envelopes. Or I have about 6 or 4 packs of Very Vanilla. And I am willing to send you one of those. If you didn't get any Very Vanilla, now's the time to pick up a package of Very Vanilla. So, number 2, if you live here in town, you can place your order with me, and it doesn't have to have the limit of $75 because I will be putting in one big order tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central Time here in Macon. However, if you want the free envelopes, it has to be a $75 order. I'm trying to give the other, the people who are online, you can't pick up. So therefore yours has to be a $75 order for it to be able to get the free shipping with Stampin' Up. But those of you in town, you can pick up. However, to get the free envelopes, it does have to be a $75 order. Good for you. I'm glad you have made a bunch of these cards. Guys, this was an easy one, but I think you learned how to add, you can add stamps to the background and get away without using DSP, how you can add, we did a masking effect with the water and the sun, and how you can turn around and come back and add color to it with the sponge daubers. So, all right, take care. Free shipping tomorrow. Make your list. Get your orders made because who doesn't love free shipping? All right, take care. God bless. And yes, Pool Boy will have to sparkle. I hope he didn't have any dark short. It was his knit shorts and things that he likes to wear. And he did walk out of the house today in shorts to go to the cardiologist. So, oh my, he might be sparkling on the outside of his clothing. All right, take care. God bless. Bye-bye.